So our first speaker is Tanya. Okay, let me introduce Tanya. You can come up here. You can. I don't want to keep this. Tanya is a native of Germany, and she moved to New York in 2003. She trained as a dancer with a degree in psychology. I get worried about that. You know, I have to watch exactly what I say. You started in film production at the end of the 1990s, and you have enjoyed working both in dance and in film. You were diagnosed with uterine and ovarian cancer in November of 2010. And soon after being diagnosed, you had surgery, 6 rounds of chemo, and you completed treatment in April. And you're now happy to report that your CAT scan is clean. And the cancer markers are way down. Your next checkup is in July of 2011. And I think, you know, also if you could tell everyone how you're going to prepare for that visit mentally, having a degree in psych, did that help you? No? Okay.
Good morning. What am I talking about? Help me. I mean, I have a few talking points that I think were very helpful to me that I can share. I mean, all of this is very recent, so I don't have a long history to go back to. So I have a very vivid memory of it all. I mean, I think what was helpful for me in general was that I was in pretty good shape just because I've been active, but physically active. And I think for my diagnosis, I'm relatively young, so I think those things were working for me. I was very fortunate to be diagnosed and immediately got an appointment with a specialist, and I was treated and I'm in treatment with Dr. Curtin here at NYU. And that's sort of the beginning of it. Once I was diagnosed, I pretty much reached that. I sat down, and it was shocking, and it was very traumatic, but I kind of thought of who can I tell, and I kind of made a selection of those people that I felt I wanted to speak with, and I was very fortunate to have in my circle of friends, one of those lucky dog fortunate things. I had 3 friends, 3 very good friends that actually are survivors that I could draw a lot of information from. And one of the things that they gave me that I think was very valuable for me was don't ask why and don't go online. And I took that to heart, and I really just went with the information that I received from my doctors, and never really ventured into survivor rate, recurrence rate, or any of that stuff. My focus was, I want to get well, and I want to do well, and that was what I was looking for. And I have to say that the treatment and the ancillary services that I was offered were fantastic, and that I made use of. From the nutritionist to the social worker to a friend suggested I should look into acupuncture, which I did, and I found a very, very good acupuncturist who helped me through the treatment, and who I continue seeing now, who's helping me to sort of get back into shape. And I picked and choose what worked for me, whether it was things to do with eating, things to helping mantras or whatever. That's basically the story. And one other thing. I mean, I have to say, my circle of friends and my husband, very, very much so, and my family were extremely helpful in helping to sort of helped me shape the narrative of this and making sure that we looked at it in a positive place. So, for example, I didn't want to do this chemo stuff. And my first thought was, oh God, this is awful. And then we kind of decided, no, we mustn't look at it this way. We must look at it as this is a chemical that's entering my body and it's going to make me better. And if it means losing my hair, then it shows that it's doing the work it's supposed to do. So it was all about framing the narrative to me, like making sure that whatever is happening, to look at it in a sort of constructive way rather than destructive way. Did I work? Yes. I mean, not full time, but I did work. I worked from home, and then I started working part time again, and just made gave myself rest. But I went to yoga. I started yoga again, which I've done for a long time before, but then stopped. But I started that again because I thought that was a good way to sort of get in tune with my body and at the same time learn about breathing a little more and take it sort of step by step rather than doing anything super vigorous. And all these things together, I think, just made it a very wholesome experience.
Are you self-employed?
Yeah.
So you didn't have to deal with an employer?
No, I didn't have to do it. Well, I picked up a part-time job, and that actually, I mean, they knew about my condition, and they said that's perfectly fine, and you can sort of arrange your schedule. And there was always a week when I was in treatment where I couldn't go, and I just worked from home, and then the next week I would sort of make up for it. But I encountered a lot of positive support all along the way, and I'm very grateful for that. And so it made it a very positive experience. Besides the fact that it was sad and painful and traumatic, but there was a lot of beauty in it.